3 real angel encounters and 1 terrifying deception. Stay to the end because the final story could save your soul.
Guess who walks in the front of this hotel? The same female in the same hotel, dressed in all black, does not make eye contact with us, chains, jewelry, the same girl.
Imagine encountering an angel moments before death, or seeing a supernatural being appear right in front of you. In today's video, we're diving into real testimonies of angel encounters, from a dying mother who claims she saw angels to a terrifying moment where a couple believes they encountered a dark angel. But stay with me until the end, because the final story reveals a chilling truth about familiar spirits pretending to be loved ones. Let's get into it.
This was definitely not a coincidence. Listen to this guy's story that you guys have tagged me in.
I need your guys' opinion on whether you think what I'm about to share with you is just a crazy coincidence, or there's something much bigger going on. So me and my wife were flying to Colombia. She was traveling from Canada. I was traveling from West Texas. We were both going to meet in Houston, Texas. But upon arriving, my wife's luggage had been lost. So while figuring out what we're going to do, we decided to go to a restaurant to sit down and sort of come up with a game plan. The restaurant was too packed. There was no seating. So we went to, as our second option, a Subway, which is down the road from it, inside the airport. While sitting down, we hear a loud commotion going on beside us. And about 100 feet away, there's a lady dressed in all black, long, dark dreads. She had very weird jewelry all hanging off her body. She was being arrested. And while she was being arrested, she was screaming at the top of her lungs that she was from Black Wall Street. They didn't know who she was, so on and so forth. While we were watching this, my wife says, wow, actually, I was just in the elevator with this girl, me and her alone. And one thing she had noticed was how bad her smell was. It almost smelled like death. So while we thought her getting arrested at the airport was a little weird, nothing out of the ordinary. It is Houston after all. So after finishing up at Subway, she had been arrested, taken away by the police. Me and my wife decided to go sit down at a baggage claim while we call Air Canada. And who walks in the exit door beside us is the 2 police officers and this girl, this female, dressed in all black, the same one that was being arrested. So I thought, wow, that's a little weird that she was being released. And she had this very weird look on her eyes. Her eyes were barely open. Her glasses were sort of tilted. Just a very mysterious looking human. So after coming up with a game plan and figuring out that we had to come back to the airport the next day to retrieve our lost luggage, we decided to go find out where the Ubers are. But by mistake, we end up in the taxi section. So if we had just gone to the right Uber station in the first place, this never would have happened. But we went to the taxi area first. And while we were standing there out there waiting, guess who walks up beside us? Is this girl in all black, the exact same female with the black dreads, the black jewelry all over her body. Very weird. Stands right beside us and doesn't say a word. So I thought, okay, this is getting a little weird. We've seen this female so many times in such a short amount of time, but nonetheless, we're all in the airport. It can happen. We then realized we need to book a hotel. So after looking through hundreds of hotels, I picked one that I feel would be the best for me and my wife. And we decided to take an Uber there and check in. After arriving at the hotel, there is already somebody being helped at check-in. So we are first in line. We end up waiting in this line for 45 minutes. On minute number 44. So if we had just checked in at a regular time and didn't have to have this huge wait, we would have never seen her again. But at minute 44, guess who walks in the front of this hotel? The same female in the same hotel, dressed in all black, does not make eye contact with us, chains, jewelry, the same fucking girl. At this point, I'm starting to get just a little bit freaked out. Every time she's around, I have this weird, eerie feeling. And my wife was right. The stench was like something that I've never smelled before. It was like death. It was. The time is now about 11:30 p.m. at night. Me and my wife decide we are hungry. We are about to eat in the hotel when we say, you know what? Let's go to this other restaurant that's a little bit down the road. It was about a half a mile walk. So, nothing crazy, but nonetheless, we decided to not eat at our hotel and walk down the road and eat at this other restaurant. After realizing how long the walk really was when we were finishing up at this restaurant, we decided to take an Uber. But the Uber driver fails to connect. We wait 10, 15, 20 minutes. The Uber never comes. It never connects us to a driver. So we say, okay, you know what? Screw this. We're going to walk. While walking, we decide to stop at a convenience in the comments. Appreciate you guys watching.
Quick question for you. Do you believe angels still appear to people today? Comment, angels are real if you believe, or tell me your experience in the comments.
Her mother was going through her last moments of life when she sees this. A woman by the name Erica was recording her time alongside her mother during her final moments of life.
What you see?
Angels.
And where are they at?
Silly.
The ceiling? I don't see anything, Mom.
When suddenly she's visited by these four beings watching over her from above.
Are they making you happy?
Yes.
Yeah? Well, that's good. How many?
4.
4?
Her mother describes seeing 4 angels above her bed. Erica explains that moments after this footage was taken, her mother passed away. For this reason, she believes her mother was visited by 4 spiritual beings guiding her to the afterlife.
Yes, God is real, because he teleported an angel into a gas station bathroom to save my life. And I was driving home to Missouri for Christmas. And when I stopped at a gas station in Alabama, I went in to use the bathroom. I sit down to do my business, and the faucet turns on. Nobody opened that door. That door did not open. This person appeared in this bathroom. So I did what any sane person would do, and I shoved my head under the stall door to peek out and see what the heck was going on. And what I saw were a pair of grandma orthopedic shoes, and there is a beautiful mixed race woman. She's a grandma, and she has the brightest, most piercing green eyes I have ever seen in my entire life. She says to me, "Young lady, where are you going?" I said, "I'm going home to Missouri to see my family for Christmas." We chatted a minute. I said goodbye, because at this point I'm still freaking out. And she says, "Young lady, I need you to hear me. If you hear anything wrong with your car, you need to pull over immediately. Do you hear me?" I said, "Yeah, okay." She's like, "No, I need you to hear me. If you hear anything go wrong with your car, you need to stop and pull over. Do you understand?" I said, "I understand." I backed out through the door, and I swear to God, I stood there, and that door swung back in, and she was gone. And I stood there for 2 minutes just staring at that door, thinking, what just happened?
My mom had died, and he said, "Your mom visited me last night and told me everything was going to be okay." I said, "No, she didn't." I said, "Dad, I love you." But Dad, that wasn't Mom. When I had to take him over to Deuteronomy 13 and Deuteronomy 16, 18, that was a spirit that was posing as Mom, presenting itself to you to gain space in your life.
Jesus.
So that it can get you into a stronghold.
This is a thing with us.
Yeah.
I saw so-and-so at the foot of my bed, and they rubbed my feet.
For the believer, to be absent from the body is to be where?
With the Lord.
Present with the Lord, right?
Okay. What confuses us to believe that is...
That's what a familiar spirit's job is to do.
Yeah.
That's why Jesus said, "I'm the door to the sheepfold, the spirit realm. If any man comes any other way, he's a thief and a robber." Go boldly before what? The throne of grace. So when you pray, you're transported into the spirit realm before God's throne.
If this video opened your eyes to the reality of the spiritual world, make sure you subscribe, because on this channel, we reveal powerful testimonies, biblical truth, and real encounters that strengthen your faith. And if you want to help this channel grow and reach more people with the message of God, consider joining the G.R.O.W. membership. Your support helps us keep creating powerful content like this. Remember, greatness requires ongoing work. I'll see you in the next video.